What's up, everybody? My name's Kamahl. Welcome to another Path of Exile PlayStation 4 video. In the video today, it's going to be the day 3 of the Metamorph League. Now, I know that in the video yesterday I said I would be streaming this morning. The thing that I didn't expect was to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, sick as hell, and not sleep the rest of the night, and just not have a very good day. So, there's that. That's the reason as to why I wasn't streaming this morning. Instead, I decided to just kind of relax and farm blood aqueducts until level 73, and I finally got my tabula rasa. After that, I just chilled for the day. Later on in the evening, I woke up, I was feeling a little bit better, so I got on and I played some more. In this, as you can see, I ran the second labyrinth. And now, I want you to understand that with this Frostblades build, the stuff that you're seeing, I'm still, I'm still in leveling gear. This right here, this was the first map that I had ran on this character. So yeah, this is from the first map. The chapters are just got done. The only thing that I've gotten different really is the tabula rasa armor, and with that, what I put on there was elemental proliferation and proliferation. I'm still out of it, so bear with me. Elemental proliferation and multi-strike, and that really brought a big change to the build. And as you can see in the video right here, there was a massive graphical change, so I found out that my OBS settings were somehow changed and modified. So that's why my last few videos haven't looked how they are supposed to. The quality that I'm supposed to be outputting, or at least that I expect for myself, is much higher than I've been outputting, and I realized that there were some settings that were skewed, but that's beside the point. So as you can see, I have ran a couple maps. I've killed the second labyrinth, and what I'm doing now is I'm farming the fragments. I'm farming Vol site areas because I really need Vol haste. Now, the Ancestral Protector totem that I have really brings the damage to a whole nother level when I'm fighting against bosses. But if I was able to get the Vol haste and then pop that as well as the totem, then it would be a boss just complete melting. I mean, you can see how fast I took down those first two bosses. First one being, just cruel. Fucking what's his name? Izaro. So, not that big of a deal. But then the second boss, that Metamorph boss, if you look, he's got 320% additional life. And once again, I'm in leveling gear. I think my claw does like 150 DPS, so it's not very strong. But this build's extremely powerful. You really have the ability to lock down bosses and kind of just completely freeze them, and it's so strong. When I'm running through maps and stuff, one of the things that I do is I go ahead and I swap out, oh, what the fuck is it called? Ruthlessness. I swap out Ruthlessness for Ancestral Call. So that way when you're running the maps, clearing out mobs, you can just melt through mobs so fast. It's insanely ridiculous. I'll be doing a full build guide on this build that I'm using here in the future. Now, I just want to premise that with, I am actually running a pre-made build. This is a build from Fiverr, and I really suggest watching his video on this Frostblades build, as well as looking at his guide in the forums. He's got a link to the Path of Building. Extremely intuitive, a really, really, really well put together Path of Building, as well as build guide. So highly suggest checking out his content, his Twitch streams, his YouTube channel, all that stuff. I'll put links to his YouTube and to the Path of Exile forum site for this build in the description below. Now, this build isn't going, you know, word for word the way that he's doing his build. Mine's going to be a little bit different, and that's just because I really admire the CC capabilities of Frostblades, so I'm running with Elemental Prolif and instead of fucking, I forget what he has, but there's a few things that I've done differently on mine. One, because I'm leveling up. Two, because I don't have all of the stuff to make the build work right. And three, because, well, I like to test variations. I like to test different things. I like to run through the builds and, you know, get a pretty solid foundation and then see how they play from there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with this build. I still am. As you guys can see, I just hit level 75. And this was recorded like just before, you know, just before I am going to bed, like normal. I normally do my recordings right before I go to bed, and you know, call it a night. That way, I feel like I've done something of progress. But I'm recording this video right before I narrate it, so I mean it's 10:30 p.m. right now, so it's like 20 minutes till bedtime. Hopefully tonight I'm able to sleep through the night. I had some soup for dinner and I was able to keep that down, so I'm feeling much better. Hopefully the way that I'm feeling persists and I'm done with the sickness and I'm actually able to hop on and do some streaming. If I'm able to sleep tonight and if I don't throw up, you know, throughout the night tonight, and it's a successful endeavor catching up on sleep, then tomorrow morning I'll be streaming and I'll be here, and you know, we'll be having some fun and we'll be doing some runs. I'm going to be doing some maps. I'm going to try to progress through that. I'm going to try to upgrade my gear. I need better jewels. I need a new talisman. The talisman that I have, it's still the same one that I've had since like level 20. Most of the gear that I have is still the same gear that I've had since around level 20 or 30. So it's not great. The gear that I have is shit. It's just the build itself is extremely strong. The way that the skill gems react together is extremely strong, and it's fun. It's really fucking fun. I don't know how much how much emphasis I can put in that, like how enjoyable this build is. It's one of those builds that I would highly suggest anyone if they're looking for a new melee build that they haven't played before, if they want a cold build, if they want something completely different that they haven't done before. Frostblades is so strong right now. One of the next things that I plan on trying is what is it? Ice Crash. I want to try an Ice Crash build, and I also want to try an Arc Trap. Just because I feel like both of those builds would be extremely overpowered right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have a tabula now, and I need to level up another character, so I need to go ahead and like hurry up and choose what it is. That way, I can start leveling it up. I need the second Frostblades gem for this character, and she'll be way stronger. I need to run the third Labyrinth, and she'll be much stronger. She'll have Onslaught almost constantly, which will be really fucking great. Like, I'll run way faster, I'll hit way faster, I'll kill things way faster. It's going to be great. I have a lot of very reasonable expectations for this build. I understand that in order for me to take it to the full-on hardcore in-game of the in-game, it's going to take a lot. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to keep this build solo self-bound, and I'm going to do as much as I can, and I'm going to really work towards pushing this character further than any of the other characters that I've done before, and at the same time doing it in solo self-found. This is something that it's seeming very rewarding to me, and then at the same time, it's a challenge. It's a long-term challenge that I can progress with, and I'm also going to be leveling up another character in just the not standard league, but in just softcore Metamorph. Um, because I would like to try to take some time this league and run with people from the community, do some type of events and things like that. We were talking about a potential race at the beginning of this season, like we did last season, which would have been a lot of fun, but it ended up falling through in just communication. It didn't happen. We ended up not running the race. Uh, but I think that it would be a lot of fun to get some more community based activities. So, what I'm going to be working on here, maybe not tomorrow, but over the course of the next few days, is I'm going to plan on building another character, like I said, just in normal softcore Metamorph, um, so that we can do some community runs. Maybe I'll do a Caustic Arrow, maybe I'll do an ED Contagion, maybe that's where I'll do my arc at. I want something that I can use essentially like a league starter and just kind of melt through most of the content pretty easily. No, I could always actually maybe I'll do an Ice Crash on that. That should be pretty good, like an Ice Crashed Marauder. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment in the section down below how you're doing this league, what build you're running, how far you've made it so far, what league you're playing in. If you're playing solo self-found, what are some of the good drops you found so far. I got a tabula myself. Now I farmed like fucking crazy for it, but that's fine. I got it. Hopefully you're able to have found some really awesome stuff this league yourself. And yeah, if you guys want to support my channel, like, share, comment, subscribe monetarily. The links are down below, and I'm gonna go to bed. I'm out.